Hey, what's up you guys, it's Jackson here and welcome to Road Atlanta for another track guide in the Porsche 991 Cup car. What an awesome track this place is. Absolute roller coaster of a circuit. Really looking forward to racing here this week. Just before we do jump into it, if you learned something from today's video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button to help out with the YouTube algorithm and all that good stuff. And if you want to see more of these Porsche Cup guides, hit the subscribe button to let me know that you'd like to keep seeing that. And if you'd like to see track guides in a different car, just drop a comment down below and let me know what car you'd like to see track guides for. But I've wasted enough of your time, so let's jump straight into the lap here. Coming around the final corner. Down into turn 1. Now, as we come into turn 1, we're braking around where this grass ends here, so I'm just going to take that back. See where the grass ends here and the road starts. Braking about here. We want to be somewhat light on the brakes because the car wants to get unsettled. You're going to kind of dance it in with the rear sliding a little bit. But if you brake too hard, you will pinch the front brake, which you obviously don't want to do that because you'll miss the apex. And then we run uphill here and completely blind corner, awesome little bit of road. Your only reference point really is this tree. So we're looking at this tree as our guide for when we turn. We're turning in flat out, then about where that curb starts, we're going to hit the brakes. Not too much brake pressure, you can see, about just over 50%. Down to third gear, clip the curb, get back to full power as quick as you can, and then we're just having a little lift through the left-hander. Turning again as that curb starts is kind of a good reference point because you can't see this right-hander. We're turning it in flat out, just lifting to get the nose turn, clip the curb, flat, clip the curb through the left. What an awesome bit of road. This track's so cool. And then we're braking before we get to this curb, and we're going to run this curb on the right. Now, you don't want to hit the start of the curb because you get a big jump, and that will completely mess you up. But you do want to be able to run over the curb. You do want to be careful on the brakes into this corner because if you get on the brakes too hard, because you've got a little bit of right-hand steering angle in the car, you can lock up and you can shoot off to the right-hand side here. So you want to be careful on the brake pressure, as you can see, about 50%. Turn it into the left. We're holding it in fourth gear for that one. I'm just going to bring it back because you basically want to be braking however early you need to be able to hit this curb on the left. If you miss this curb, you're going to be understeering out into the gravel, and that is going to completely trash your lap time. So holding in fourth gear, braking, clipping the curb, running. There we go. Just using all four wheels off the track. There's a few different lines you can take through this corner, and you've really got to be careful because in this car I've found more than other cars, the front end's getting really unsettled as we're coming over here. You can see it's bouncing around and having a lot of steering inputs, and that can really drag you out. So try and keep it in a bit more, probably even a bit more than that. That's probably the absolute limit of how wide you want to go in this car. And then as we come downhill, take a breath because we need to transition from roller coaster ride, adrenaline, hold on for dear life. Now we need to just calm it down and focus on getting through these next two corners and getting a good exit onto the straight. So we're braking. There's some lines in the road. They're a little bit hard to see on this, around the 200 board. Braking down to fourth gear, run the curb on the inside, use all the road, and then we're blind into this right-hander. So you want to just calm it down, brake early, drop it down. For me, I'm just using third gear. Bang, third gear, turn it in nice and early. Make sure we nail this apex. Don't hit the curb and nail the apex, and we're picking up the power as early as we can. See, we're already flat out to the outside there. You want to use as much road as you possibly can on the exit, but you obviously don't want to go onto the grass because it will crush your lap time again. And then we're just pulling gears, minimizing the steering input. The only real straight, so take a breath. It's the only brake you get. And then into this massive braking zone. The 100 board's our reference point, braking just before max pressure, turn it in, clip the grass on the inside, and then this right-hander is a little bit tricky. So as you can see, clipping the grass on the inside there, picking up the power nice and early, around about 50% throttle, and then in theory you could kind of straight line this and turn across there. In theory that would be faster. However, there's a big dip in the curb and it really gets the car unsettled, so I'm holding to the left just a little bit longer. And then after the dip, bang, nailing it there, boom, full throttle, hold it flat over the top, run out to about the exit of this curb, and then don't lift, hold it flat. I say that. I say hold it flat. Do what I say, not what I do. I held it flat every other lap, but it took me so many laps to record a good lap for this track guide that I got a little bit nervous and had a bit of a lift. Weak. And across the line for a 119.587. It's an awesome track, and it's really, really hard to nail every part of the lap. As you can see with my splits here, my optimal was more than 2/10 quicker than my best lap. And that speaks as to why I was lifting there in that final corner. If you get the line in that final corner just a tiny bit wrong, you won't be able to make the corner flat out. But if you nail it, it's definitely able to be done flat out. Now this lap time was done in official conditions for this week's Porsche Cup. So track temp 21 degrees Celsius. Sorry, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's basically the same track temp that we're getting in all the official sessions this week. So it's pretty much comparable. Now I'm just going to take this back and play the lap without stopping it. Before I do that quickly, if you want to keep learning more and trying to be getting faster, I'd love to do some one-on-one driver coaching with you. So there is a link in the description down below. If you hit that one, you get to be taken to a website to see a bit more information about my one-on-one driver coaching options. Basically, $20 for a 1 hour session. I'll sit with you, look at your driving, analyze your driving techniques, and provide some tips to help you get faster and improve your driving quicker. So I'd love to do that with you. If you just click that link, we can set up a time to do that. And otherwise, I hope to see you on track next week.